Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger from holsingersflyshop.com. Bringing you a tie-in video this week. It's a dragonfly nymph pattern, and it's called the Papa Roach. It's been around for a while, and actually this pattern here is one that I picked up in a fly shop over in South Africa on my recent trip. FYI, stay tuned for some videos of that trip here coming soon. But anyways, guys, I hope you like this pattern. It's actually pretty simple to tie, and it looks great. So here you're going to see a picture of it, then the material list to tie it. Okay guys, here you see the Papa Roach. This is a dragonfly larva pattern, great looking pattern. Let's get into tying it. For a hook, we're using Fooling Mills. This is an FM 5155 tactical big bug hook. And also Firehole 718, same kind of hook. So we're going to put that in there, size 10, anywhere from like a size 12 to a size 8. I'm going to use, I don't know, 10 or 12 wraps of .020 lead on here. There we go. And just going to add just a little extra weight to it. And then we're going to come in with some Semperfli Nano Silk. This is 12 watt black. Use brown, black, whatever you have. Going to tie this in an olive. I've seen them in browns, some other different colors too, but browns and olives, blacks would work good too. Just going to tie that lead into place, get a couple wraps on each side of it, and then cover it up. And then we're going to put the tail on this fly. For the tail, I'm using a blue-winged olive mallard flank. Any dark colored mallard flank feather here will work great. Just going to strip some of the fibers back, and you can see here. There we go. Just get the tips in there like that. Then I'm going to pinch all those tips together, and we're going to tie that down on the back of the hook. And I want to go, a third of the length of the hook shank maybe. I don't want a big huge tail here. There we go. I like that. And then I'm going to tie that right in to right behind that lead and cut that off. Okay, that covers my tail. And then we're going to put the back on this fly. For the back, I'm using a piece of dark barred olive variant zonker strip here. I'm cutting about 1.5 inches long. And what I'm going to do on the one end, I'm going to cut a little triangle on the back end. That's going to be the tail end. And when I tie this down, I want that to be the tips of my tail. I want that point to go right to the tips of the tail there, as you see there when I tie it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that up there. I'm going to see where it comes to my tie down point, and I'm going to pull some fibers back on top of this. Get my fingers, wet it just a little bit to separate them so I have a nice even tie down spot there, and then just lay it up on top and make a couple wraps to tie it down. And then once I get that tied nice and tight, couple nice tight pulls there, there's our tail on here. Then I'm just going to pull these fibers back and come in and make a couple wraps in front. Now, next thing we're going to do is tie on the eyes on this. For the eyes, I'm using some bead chain. These are black medium sized eyes. And I'm going to go a good healthy eye, maybe eye and a half length back from the eye of the hook here. And tie that down. Make a bunch of good wraps on here. It's still going to turn a little bit with this thin thread and stuff. It still tends to turn. You can glue it. That'll help. I oftentimes will hit it with just a little bit of bone dry. That helps it from turning a little bit less. But it's still going to turn a little bit as you bump it and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. When you get the fly all done, you can position them where you want it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back here in front of that zonker strip, and I'm going to use some Helgramite dubbing here. So this is SLF Pattern Blends, Helgramite's the color. Going to dub that on. I'm going to put this on thicker than I normally do. Normally, you know how I say I'm tying Euro nymphs and stuff. I say change the color of your thread. Well, I want it to be at least twice as thick as what I normally do. And I'm going to build up just a little bit here. So we're going to build a little bit of body underneath this zonker. There we go. Come up about halfway or so. And then we're going to put on some silly legs, perfectly barred silly legs. These are light olive. And I'm just going to tie one on each side. Tie it down, keeping it on the side, and separating the front and the back here. So I have two legs coming off this fly. You'll see when I do the side closest to you here. Okay, make a couple wraps, get it up here and positioned on the side where I want it. And separate them by, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch or so. There you see what I'm talking about. And now I'm going to come back in with some more Hellgrammite dubbing and put in between those legs. And a little bit in front if I have enough to get up there. If not, I'll add more dubbing. So wrap these legs back just a hair and then start working my way forward. And then I'll wrap those next legs back just a little bit too. So I'm going to add a little bit more dubbing here. I want to get up right behind those. I want to get my dubbing to go a little bit, just slightly behind those eyes. Okay. So pull the front legs back there, make a couple wraps in front of it, get them to go in the backward position there like you see. And then come right in behind that bead chain like I did there. So you see there I got a nice even body going up. I like that a lot. Next thing we're going to do is pull this zonker strip up over the top. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually trap fibers down here. So I'm going to pull this down and pull these fibers back while pulling forward on my zonker strip so it's tight over the back. And I'm going to tie these fibers down right behind the eye. So tie them down like that, and then I hop up in front of the eye. And this will actually build up just a little bit of a head here so I can use less dubbing later on. Make a couple wraps in front, a couple wraps behind, and then actually figure 8 over the eyes there. And then cut my tag off. Some guys will put a couple mallard flank feathers right here or any other kind of feather fiber just to make like horns on this. I don't really think it's necessary. I add a little bit of dubbing right now. Just to fill in underneath. The dubbing right now is to fill in underneath. And then we're going to add a wing case on top. So add a little bit more dubbing here right behind the eyes. In front there if you have a little extra. And now I'm going to come in with another mallard flank feather here. This light dyed olive. Blue-winged olive, I mean. Strip them fibers off. Strip them back till we get a nice looking wing case on top like that, okay? Get the nice little triangle there. We're going to lay that down on top, right between those eyes there. And I'm going to tie it down right behind it. Get it to the length I want. I want the length to go just past those legs, right in that leg area. Oh, that's a little much. There, I like that. So now that I have it where I want it, I'm just going to tie it down. Again, figure 8 around those eyes, just to lock it in place. Cut that off. And then come in with a little bit more dubbing to clean the head up on this fly, and we're all done. So for a big fly, it's actually a very simple fly to tie. So come in with some more dubbing. You could use some dumbbell eyes if you want some extra weight. That's great too. Bead chains work just fine. Dumbbells would sink them a little bit quicker. Come in and whip finish, and we're all done with this fly after we trim our legs down to length. Okay, I want those legs just a little out past the body. Not very far. There you can see. And there you see, you got a nice little dragonfly nymph pattern. Okay guys, hope you like that. Like I said, it's actually really easy to tie. It kind of looks a little complicated at the get-go, but it's actually pretty simple to tie. So I hope you like it. Definitely give it a try if you're a stillwater guy. I tried to put some videos out there for everybody. Here in Pennsylvania, we don't really have much stillwater. We do have a lot of dragonflies in our stream. However, I don't really fish them that much. But definitely give this one a try if you're a stillwater guy. It's a simple pattern. It's easy to accomplish. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to be releasing some videos here soon and with some information on my South Africa trips. If you'd be interested in tagging along on a trip to South Africa fly fishing for some giant trout like this one here, join me, and we're going to be putting a trip together. I'll have more information coming soon on that. So I hope you like these videos, guys. Like I said, I try to keep it different, try to bring something new out every week, and I hope you like it. If you do, please like and subscribe to this video and support our channel. And if you need any of the materials to tie it, please reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com for any information, and go to our website at holsingersflyshop.com. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Sean Holsinger.